In this tutorial, I'll show you how to import Lego faces that were created in Inkscape. Just to introduce Inkscape to you, Inkscape is a free and professional quality vector graphics software. What does vector graphic mean? A vector graphic is made of points, lines, and curves that are based upon mathematical equations. There is a huge difference between the vector image and the regular bitmap image. That is, no matter how large the image becomes, the vector remains smooth while the bitmap images look pixelated. Inkscape is a good alternative for people who don't have access to expensive vector authoring software available in the market today. The best thing about Inkscape is how it can do just about anything other vector authoring software can do. Inkscape can export the vector images to Blender on SVG file format, and Blender's built-in SVG import feature can import Inkscape's SVG files without any issues. You might wonder, why do we need to use Inkscape along with Blender, when Blender already has a good set of Bezier curve tools? That's because Blender's Bezier curve tools are missing some of vector authoring software's dedicated features for making sophisticated curves. If you use Blender with Inkscape, you'll be able to expand the artistic ability, and you'll reduce time and efforts while building a complex scene. I recommend everyone to use Inkscape along with Blender, to create both vector and bitmap images. The Lego faces that will feature in this tutorial are going to be built as vector, and get converted to bitmap PNG files. That is to use the Lego faces as our UV texture, as we can only use bitmap images as our UV textures. I prefer creating UV texture map images with vector authoring software, because I can work faster while using it. Continuing from the previous tutorial, this character's war-painted face was created in Photoshop. This was the image file we've created in the previous tutorial. For this tutorial, I have created a reference image by reducing the face layer's opacity in Photoshop. That was done in order to export the face image out to Inkscape, so we can create new vector images while using the faded image as a reference image. I'll post a link to the starting SVG file that contains the faded reference image, along with the finished face images, in the description below. So I have created 3 additional faces and 1 decorative vector images containing mustaches. You can expand by using the skills you learn in this tutorial, to create other faces and accessories such as sunglasses or bandanas. I have separated the designs in layers, and you can click the visibility button to toggle the vector images. You can use these mustaches. Oh, that's a circle beard. Anyway, you can just select them and move them to the position to export them out as a bitmap PNG image file. Let's look at the first face. This design is new, because I have used the real Lego face image as a reference and created this new face in Inkscape. I'll show you how this face was created. We need to use this tool called Create Circles. It's very important to learn how to assign the fill and stroke colors in Inkscape. Create a test circle to see how your Inkscape circle looks like. What we need to have, in order to recreate the eyes seen in this example, is a setting of no stroke and black fill. Right-click the black color and select Set Fill. Right-click Red X color and select Set Stroke. The red X means empty in Inkscape. If you select that color as your stroke color, nothing will appear as stroke. We can create the eyes while holding the Control key to create a perfect circle. If you hold the Shift key, you can create the circle from the center. Copy and paste the left eye by using Control C, as Charlie, and Control V, as Victor. To create the mouth, we can use this tool called Draw Bezier Curves. Let's try again, as the shape was set to ellipse. Let's set the shape to none. We can change the width of the stroke from here. We can change the cap like this. Let's reduce the width. We can use this Edit Path tool to drag down the middle part. This was how the face was created. Let's look at the second example. This is the angry face. This face was created from the sad face. If we click the curve twice, then we can rotate it. This is how the sad face was created. Let's use this Create Rectangles tool to create an eyebrow shape. Click and drag this circle in the middle to smooth the edges. I'm wondering whether I should use sharp edges or smooth edges. I say we go with the sharp edges. Let's rotate the shape and drag it down. Go to Object and flip horizontal to flip the shape. This is how the angry face was created. Let's go to the third example. It's the sad face. We already know how this face was created. By the way, if we click the shape once, we can resize it like this. By resizing, we can create more unique and interesting shapes. Let's go to the fourth example. This is the laughing face. There are two ways we could make this shape. One is by using the Create Bezier Curves tool. Please double-check which layer you're working on, if you encounter an issue like this. I was clicking on the canvas while using a layer that was hidden. So we can use the Create Bezier Curves tool. Another method, by the way, is by using the Create Rectangles tool. Let's just use the Create Rectangles tool. We need to change the fill and stroke settings. Remember to right-click the colors to change them. Select the shape by using Edit Path tool. How come this shape doesn't have a curve point on the left side? Let's use the Create Bezier Curves tool. Let's select the two bottom curve points and click this smooth button. To create teeth, we can use the Create Bezier Curves tool once again. Let's use the Paint Bucket tool to fill. This is how the laughing face was created. By the way, I like this laughing face better than the previous one. Let's go to the final example. These beard and mustache were built by using the Create Bezier Curves tool like this. The shapes were duplicated, and flipped by Object menu's Flip Horizontal command. This mustache shape was created by the Create Bezier Curves tool as well. I'll show you how to export this file as a bitmap image. We need to export the vector image as a PNG file, in order to use it as a UV texture. Click Selection. We need to specify the file name and save location like this. Remember to press the Export button. Let's go to Photoshop and load up the PNG file. Let's press Ctrl+A to select all. We need to copy and paste the image to the UV texture image. Let's press Ctrl+T as in Tango to resize. Let's hide the reference image and save. Let's import this UV texture image from Blender. There we go. Let's unhide the helmet and render a scene. We need to hide the mask from appearing in render. This was a tutorial on how to draw Lego faces in Inkscape and import into Blender. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. Thank you for watching.